Hello, everyone. I'm Meteorologist Mike Mihalik. It's time for your weather update on Tuesday, October 27th. But before we get to that, we have social media, guys. Follow us on social media. We have a lot of weather going on through the rest of the week. And also, don't forget about our Weather Lounge podcast. You can find that wherever you get your podcast. Just search for The Weather Lounge, and you'll be able to find us. A lot of good topics on there, especially the winter outlook, which just came out earlier this week. But hey, we got a lot going on in the tropics. And for one, we have Tropical Storm Zeta just coming off the Yucatan Peninsula here, heading into the open Gulf right now. The winds are about 65 miles an hour, but as it goes into the Gulf of Mexico, expect it to change back to hurricane strength. And you can see the track right there, which is going to head basically due north through the Gulf of Mexico and then make a little bit of a northeast turn, hitting Louisiana, Mississippi, right in there, probably as a minimal hurricane, and then tracking into the mid-Atlantic, where it'll be spreading a lot of rain. But what's interesting with this is that some cold air will meet up with this system, so there could even be some snow on the backside of that storm, which is quite unusual for a tropical system. But let's go over that a little bit here. And I'm going to move myself back into the corner here. And you can just get an idea of how this storm will be moving. So when we roll this loop back, you'll see here comes Zeta hitting Louisiana, Mississippi, heading into the mid-Atlantic. But you see that big trough out in Texas? That kind of meets up, kind of kicks it on out, and that's what's bringing that cold air into the northeast as we get later on into the week, Thursday night into Friday. So if we roll through a computer model, Snowtober is our title on that one. Not quite that 2011 storm. That was a monster storm in late October, in which there was snow still on the ground for Halloween, basically from eastern Pennsylvania all the way through New England. I think areas even got over 2 feet of snow with that Snowtober system. But you can certainly see how that cold air rushes in on the backside with that upper low kind of energizing the system, and that high pushing down. You get that change over to snow on the backside, mainly late Thursday night into Friday. So that's the time period we're looking for, but it's moving rather quickly. So that's the good thing about this system. It's not going to be a whole lot of snow. We might have some pavement accumulation trouble, especially with some warm pavements running out there right now. But if we get on over to tonight's forecast, and then we'll come back to Friday in the end. But for tonight, we have a couple of rain showers moving through the northeast, across Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Temperatures generally in the 50s. For many of the big cities, but in the 40s the further north and west you go, and even some upper 30s up towards Buffalo and Albany. But heading into tomorrow, those rain showers will be heading on out. Some sun will pop up towards the midday and the afternoon hours, looking like temperatures in the 60s for most of the big cities, from New York City down through Washington, D.C., even out towards Pittsburgh, and the 50s further off to the north and west. Wednesday night, it does look like a couple of more showers start moving in. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s once again. Then Thursday, we do have all that rain coming up from the remnants of Zeta. And we're talking about a good deal of rain, too, through much of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, in through southern New England here. We're talking about 1, 2, 3 inches of rain in some places. I think some of the heaviest rain falls through Pennsylvania here and western New Jersey. So that's where you could see those 2-3 inch amounts. So it could be a good deal of rain here, guys. So watch out for some of that poor drainage flooding, especially with those leaves start clogging those drains and things of that nature. And then again, as we get into Friday, that's when we have a secondary low pressure system that will be developing. Zeta moves on out, but then the secondary low kind of hangs back towards the coast. That'll bring a little bit of cold air down, just enough for the rain to change over to a little bit of snow. Amounts right now are pretty up in the air still. I mean, we're talking about a Friday system for the most part. So, there might be several inches in some of these places from Binghamton to Albany and through the Berkshires of Massachusetts. Going to be harder to get accumulation once we get down towards Boston and down towards the coastal areas of southern New England, but something we really have to watch here. Even the hills of the Poconos here and northeast Pennsylvania, northwest New Jersey there, could get quite interesting heading into early Friday morning there. So something we're watching, these temperatures you see in the 40s and 50s, they will be falling through the day on Friday. So a lot of these places could even be in the 30s by the time we get to later on in the day on Friday. So that is your forecast for Tuesday. And we have, like I said, a lot going on. So keep on our social media channels. We'll keep you updated on this storm system. And as always, visit us at weatherworksinc.com to see what we do in the weather field and for our clients. And always, don't forget about that podcast. But stick right here on social media for the rest of the week. We'll have more updates later on.